Mr. Speaker, I rise today to honor George Mills, an extraordinary Alabamian I recently met in Decatur at a Kiwanis pancake breakfast. George is a former World War II prisoner of war and will celebrate his 100th birthday on May 23rd. The youngest of 8 children, George graduated from Decatur High School in 1939. While in high school, George worked for Western Union, delivering telegrams on his bicycle from 5 to 11 every night. After high school graduation, George sold pianos for Forbes Piano Company. In 1942, at age 21, George Mills enlisted in the Army and was assigned to Company E, 109th Division under General Omar Bradley, making him a member of one of World War II's best-trained divisions. Sergeant Mills arrived on Omaha Beach 25 days after D-Day. For 7 months, he was in combat, engaged in 4 major battles, including the Battle of Normandy, the Battle of the Bulge, and the battle at Hurtgen Forest. After the Hurtgen Forest battle, George and his company were sent to the Germany-Luxembourg border, where one morning they were awakened by exploding rockets and artillery. His company was surrounded by 15,000 Axis forces. Despite overwhelming odds, they held their ground for several days. Eventually, Axis forces blew a hole in the house Mills was sheltered in. Bazookas and flamethrowers followed, setting the entire house on fire. George was injured by shrapnel. On December 18, 1944, after more than 2 years of service, George was captured by the Germans. After the fight, the Germans flattened the surrounding town, shooting civilians and the mayor. The Germans interrogated the soldiers before taking them to a German POW camp, where they were fingerprinted, photographed, given dog tags, and registered as prisoners of war. They remained there for 2 days before the Germans segregated the soldiers, sending officers to concentration camps, forcing privates to work, and sending non-commissioned officers, including George, on a 5-month walk across Europe that broke their souls and their bodies. George tells many vivid stories of the cold winter, lack of food and sleep, abhorrent treatment by their captors, and the good friends made along the way. Thankfully, George was liberated on April 14, 1945. In October 1945, George was discharged and returned to America. After a very long bus ride home, he arrived at his Alabama hometown, where his sister was so excited to see him, she forgot to unlatch the screen door, and his faithful bulldog nearly broke down the door to get to him. 4 years later, George and his wife, Charlie, were married. They enjoyed 66 years of marriage before Charlie passed away in December 2015. In 1983, George retired but stayed busy, traveling with his wife across America, Canada, and Europe, while looking up George's Army buddies along the way. One of George's proudest moments came on November 16, 2006, when France's president named George Mills a Chevalier for his gallantry during the liberation of France. Vigorous as ever, George is involved in the Military Order of the Purple Heart, the American Legion, the VFW, the Masonic Lodge, the Kiwanis Club, and several other community organizations. He is a frequent speaker at several local high schools, community organizations, and church groups. A true Southern gentleman, he is a beloved representative of America's greatest generation. Mr. Speaker, George Mills' exemplary service to America and his local community is emblematic of what makes America a great nation. I wish George Mills the very best as he and his family celebrate his 100th birthday. Mr. Speaker, I yield back.